Hi, Sarupa here from sarupashah.com and the soulagentblog.com. And today I want to talk to you about affirmations and share with you three things that you probably don't really know, or you haven't really connected or joined the dots about affirmations. So I'm going to start with number one. Affirmations are often just considered to be statements that you use. You know, perhaps you've made some up about something that you want to create, experience, transform in your life. But the truth is, you're always affirming something. So whether you're being conscious, deliberate, or not, it doesn't matter. Your actions, your thoughts, your mindset, your attitude, your emotions are actually affirming something that you believe. Now, if you've used affirmations or read about them or kind of know about them, you'll know that they are what you want to become. So there's a gap. You're here, something that you want to achieve or experience is where you're using the affirmation energy to take you to. So it requires that you believe it, number one, because if you don't believe it, that belief is actually affirming that you don't believe it, even though you might be saying something completely different. But it's also the fact that it's about where you're moving to, and it's about something that you're doing all the time, not just in that deliberate kind of prescriptive way. So it's far more wider reaching in your life than perhaps you've really given it credit. And this is why often for people affirmations appear not to work, even when they think they might be saying them. They're saying them in the morning or in the evening or even at various points in the day if they've got their kind of top list of 10 or 11. But it's what you're doing the rest of the day, what you're doing or thinking while you're actually saying them, that makes a really, really big difference. So I want you to think about that. The second thing about affirmations is their energy of when you're deliberately affirming something. So when you're perhaps doing that prescriptive way, and it is a good thing, even though you're continuously affirming something, the energy is accumulative, which is why when you're perhaps having your kind of top 10 that you're talking about in that you're saying and repeating in the morning, and then the rest of the day you're doing everything that's opposite to that, you're kind of accumulating the opposite, the adverse effect, more than you are accumulating the energy of where you want to be going, traveling to, experiencing, transforming, or so on. And also, another aspect of accumulation is, I know what it's like. We start off with really good intentions. If you think about January, when people have been creating vision boards, intentions, visions, I know it's that kind of inspiration of, right, this year is going to be really different. And before you know it, you kind of think you've been sucked in to something else, or you don't feel well, so you've kind of let the ball drop for a few days, or something else has come into your life, or you've had a few late nights and you've decided that other things are more important and they weren't working anyway. And in fact, you might just forget that you were doing your affirmations. And it's really important that there is repetitiveness to the ones that you're kind of deliberately using, and there's repetitiveness to you affirming where you want to be throughout the day anyway, and that's why I often say to people, when you're doing your kind of 10 or 11 deliberate kind of prescriptive ones where you're being very, very conscious, is to have a set time. The set time makes that kind of your power point and your power time, but it also allows you to kind of develop that practice so it becomes innate. And that's the whole point of when you're doing rituals. You start off with something being a ritual so it feels like it's new and something you have to focus on paying attention to, and then it becomes something that you're naturally doing. And when you're naturally doing it, you're actually converting things where you have felt struggle, or there was a distance, a gap between kind of desire and reality. It starts to kind of close, and the struggle starts to disappear, and life starts to become easy and effortless. And the third thing I want to tell you about affirmations is they are actually the most powerful. The energy of affirming something is the most powerful available to mankind at the moment. Every single person walking the planet at the moment is creating their own reality through their thoughts, through their actions, through what they believe, the attitudes and their emotions. Nobody else is creating reality for everybody else. It's a kind of mass consciousness is made up of all of our own affirmations. Some of them are kind of conditioned beliefs, which perhaps we need to start breaking for ourselves. But it is the most powerful tool to change anything in your life. And I really don't believe that this is fully understood. I don't believe that people can really see the great, amazing power that is absolutely readily available to you at your hands. And it's a choice for you to start using the power of affirmations and start to kind of connect to the whole transformation that is available when you start to really work with that energy. When you affirm something, it will be so. So I hope you've enjoyed those 3 bits of information around affirmations. I'm just going to recap for you. So that's about, affirmations require that you believe them, number 1. They also require that you say them, you deliberately say them, you allow that accumulation of power. But you also, with those 2, be aware that everything else that you're doing in the day is accumulating an affirmation power. So what is it that you're thinking, doing? What are your emotions doing? What's your attitude, your mindset, even any judgments that you're having? You're affirming something all the time. And thirdly, they are that energy of affirmations, actually understanding the affirmation of an action that you take, of a behavior, of a mindset, how to change that to stay in alignment is one of your most powerful on-tap gifts that you can have. And if you've enjoyed this information, if you've enjoyed kind of suddenly feeling excited about affirmations and really truly creating your reality, if somebody asked me the other day if there was one thing that I was allowed to keep in terms of a spiritual gift, what would it be? And it was a really difficult question for me to answer. But I suddenly kind of went through thinking, would it be intuition? Would it be this, that? And it would just be, I would not want to give up affirmations. If there was one thing I had to keep, it would be affirmations. Because with affirmations, I can make anything so in my life, okay? That's how powerful I know affirmations are. And if you want to experience the kind of transformation that affirmations, the promise of affirmations in your life, and understand how to use them, understand which ones are right for you, how long you have to say them, how do you know when it's time to move on, and learn different ways to use them that will nurture, excite, and empower your soul and your spirit to really shine through in your life and attract to you the life that you dream of, then check out this amazing program that I've got running. It's called Unlock Your Affirmation Code. The link is thesoulagentblog.com/unlock your affirmation code. Okay. It's going to be written below. Check it out. It starts really soon. It's going to be a kind of self-led program. So it's going to be delivered by email. You're going to have workbooks. You're going to have meditations, very short recorded classes for you to listen to at your kind of own pace to get through this so that you can really start to use the power of affirmations. So until the next time, keep affirming what you desire, and I'm going to send you loads and loads of love.